Rent is breaking people, and most don't even realize how carefully this system was built. Right now, in cities across the world, people with full-time jobs are spending more than half their income just to exist indoors, paying more each year for less space, fewer guarantees, and less stability, while being told this is normal, that this is simply how modern cities work now. But this didn't happen by accident. And it didn't happen because people suddenly became irresponsible or obsessed with living in expensive places. What actually changed was the purpose of housing itself. Homes slowly stopped being places to live and became financial instruments. Apartments became units, rent became yield, neighborhoods became markets. Once housing entered this language, affordability stopped being the priority. The goal shifted toward extraction, pulling as much value as possible from the same buildings, the same rooms, the same square footage, year after year. Over time, the landlords changed too. Many small local owners were replaced by large corporations managing thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of properties at once. Decisions that were once personal became automated. Rent increases weren't based on maintenance costs or community needs, but on projections, spreadsheets, and quarterly earnings targets. Housing stopped responding to people and started responding to profit models. Today, in many cities, rent prices aren't even set by humans anymore. They're set by algorithms. Software scans entire neighborhoods, compares every nearby listing, predicts what tenants are willing to tolerate, and quietly pushes prices upward together. If one building raises rent, the others follow. Even empty apartments can be left vacant because lowering rent might disrupt the broader pricing structure. Scarcity isn't always real. Sometimes it's engineered. At the same time, wages barely moved. Rent doubled. In some cities, it tripled. The gap between income and housing costs didn't vanish. It turned into debt, anxiety, delayed milestones, and a generation of people forced to live with roommates far longer than they ever expected. The old promise was simple: rent for a while, save, then buy. But for millions of people today, renting isn't a temporary stage of life. It's permanent. And homeownership, once seen as a realistic goal, keeps moving further away. Down payments rise faster than savings. Interest rates fluctuate. Investors outbid families. Entire neighborhoods shift from places people live to assets that sit on balance sheets. The starting line keeps moving, and many people never even get close. Cities are already feeling the consequences. Teachers can't afford the neighborhoods they teach in. Nurses commute hours to hospitals in cities they no longer live in. Service workers disappear. Local shops close, replaced by chains that can absorb higher costs. Communities lose continuity. Cities still look alive from the outside, but inside, they're slowly hollowing out, losing the people who actually make them function. What makes this even more unsettling is that none of this is accidental. The system is working exactly as it was designed to work. Housing under this model isn't meant to be affordable. It's meant to be profitable. And when housing is treated primarily as an asset, instability becomes a feature, not a flaw. High rent, constant turnover, and financial pressure are built into the system. Governments often promise solutions, but many rely on the same market forces that created the problem in the first place. New developments are labeled luxury by default. Affordable housing is delayed, limited, or blocked entirely. Zoning laws restrict supply, and the private market fills the gaps in ways that maximize return, not livability. Meanwhile, renters are told to adjust, move further out, share more space, lower expectations. Accept that this is just the cost of living in a city. But cities don't survive on capital alone. They survive on people. And when the people who teach, heal, build, serve, and create are pushed out, something fundamental begins to break. So when people ask why rent feels impossible, the answer isn't simple, but it is clear. This isn't a temporary crisis caused by one bad year or one bad policy. It's a structural shift, decades in the making. A system where shelter became an investment, stability became optional, and affordability became secondary. And the real question isn't how high rent will go. The real question is how long cities can continue functioning like this before the pressure becomes unsustainable, before something finally gives.